Hi, everyone. It is time for new listings at noon. I'm Karen Ringo, a realtor in the DMV area with Compass.
And I'm Alison, Scimeca, also a realtor in the DMV area with Compass.
So every week, guys, Alison and I, we go out and we find two of our favorite new listings on the market. Alison, where is your favorite listing this week?
I think this is actually 2 weeks in a row. My listing is in Capitol Hill. How about you? Where's yours?
Nice. So this year, did I say this year? You can tell, guys, that we've had a really busy weekend. We're lack of sleep deprived this week. So this week, my listing is located in Virginia. So we are in Falls Church, Virginia. So, all right. So Alison is going to share her listing first, and then I will share the one that's my favorite right afterwards. So let's get started.
All right. So my address is 629 Constitution Ave Northeast. It's unit 103. It is a 1-bed, 2-bath, 814 square foot lofted condo. The price is $575 and the condo fee is pretty low. It's $401 a month. So it's represented by our colleague, Kelly Verbicus from Compass. And I really want to see this one in person because I think it would pack I imagine it packs even more of a punch in person. But let's get into it. So this is it's a true loft. And this kind of first floor here it's punctuated by various different spaces. And so it is raised above street level, but it's a first floor unit, which they point out in the listing, which is, good for people to know. But these oversized windows are really, really nice way to get flooding light come into this unit. And obviously we'll get back to the staircase in a minute. The building itself, if we want to talk about it really quickly, the building, it was the C&P telephone building. It's an historic building. It was constructed originally in 1908 and it was turned into loft style condos, 18 to be exact. And it's a 4-story building. It was renovated in 1999 and it's very close to Eastern Market if anyone's wondering where this exact location is. So right here is a good photo of the adjoining loft space, also a window into the kitchen, which we'll get to, which I think is one of the highlights of this place. And actually something I researched for this listing was about the staircase because the listing agent mentions that it was made by, and I'm probably going to butcher the name, but Duvange, which is a company that created staircases for the White House and the National Gallery of Art. And I went down a wormhole and I started researching about them, and they've been making staircases since 1895. And they are the only American company capable of engineering and fabricating every type of metal stair. So says their website. And they're local. So I thought that was pretty cool. But as we go back downstairs to this lower level unit, you see that you have a wood burning fireplace down here, which is really nice and adds to the kind of historic feel with the exposed brick there. And this is just a different angle. So you can see how they have the dining space and the fireplace in the living area. And so again, another angle. So this is the living room space. So it's kind of, so you can see it's below the bedroom loft. It's next to the kitchen.
I like that window where you can see into the kitchen, and when you're in the kitchen, you can see out. You were probably just getting ready to point that out.
Yeah, that's good. Feel free to join in. So here's the kitchen. So I saw this and I was like, wow, I'm always interested in finding unique and different listings with unique and different properties. I mean, we can talk about multiple things here. One, the cabinet color I think is fantastic. It is a really cool blue here. I should have asked for the paint color, but I forgot to ask the listing agent. But, we've seen navy before and really dark cabinets. I think that might be a little too dark in this space. So I like that they went with a very vibrant hue, but that's not too dark. And then, of course, the counters are super unique as well. And then we've got Italian appliances here. So this whole place has been renovated really, really nicely by I think it's a current owner. Actually, it just says that they've been renovated. I'm not sure who did it. But you'll notice that those little wooden cabinets that are in the back wall there, you're going to see that carry through the unit, which I always love when you carry things through to different rooms, especially in either very large or very small places. It's nice to see some kind of, flow that happens because of what you've picked. So this gives you a nice little view of the stairs, but also there's a little nook behind the dining space, which has that that exposed kind of wood beam as well. And that's where they have it set up as a bar cart. So I'm also a huge fan of nooks and crannies in places. So, all right, so the bathroom, I just slammed my hands into the desk. The bathroom. This is an awesome bathroom. And this is one of two that are really cool. Everything in here is just perfect. I actually like the fact that this is just a floating sink. I usually want a lot of storage in my bathrooms, but because there's two in a 1-bedroom loft, I'm totally okay with this one because I think it just really goes well with the style. The mirror, that like triangle nook, the lighting, that obviously this huge soaking tub.
Can I just have that soaking tub?
I have a soaking tub similar to that, honestly, and I never use it, but I think they look nice is the thing. Like, even if you don't use tubs, that is a just beautiful looking piece. It's, it's just some tubs are like eyesores. This is far from that. This is a beautiful tub.
And I love that the fixtures are not competing with the tub. It's all about the tub. You know what I mean? And everything else just kind of accents the tub. So.
Yep. So that might be the only photo I think I chose of this one. And then we pop on up to the loft here. So you can just see that again, it's a true loft here. Sometimes you have slightly taller walls, or you'll just have like a window or something. But this is it's really open down to the downstairs, which is great because it allows you to get a ton of the natural light that comes in through those oversized windows we pointed out before. And this is a different angle. So this is showing you kind of a nook there in the bedroom, which is good because they've got some storage in there. And I can't remember if I asked you to take a photo of where the laundry, but there's like a laundry room kind of nook up there as well. But here's the second bathroom. And there's that wooden cabinet that I said you could see that kind of pulled through to the rest of the unit. And this tile is crazy awesome. It's just so unique and different. And I love the fact that they have patterned tile in the kitchen and in one of these bathrooms. And here you have the sink that does have a little bit more storage. Same light fixtures as downstairs, how they've got two of them. So I just think it was, and I mean, even if you look closely, which probably nobody is right now, but like the toilet paper holder is even really cool in this bathroom. And you can see some tile at the very back end of this vanity, and it's the same blue as the triangles in the on the tile that's on the right side of this photo. So it's all very like really the details are really cute.
Yeah.
So here they have a built-in desk at the back end of the loft, which again, super smart. Everybody needs a work from home space right now. And when you build them into a wall and it's there, it's great supplemental space that's not taking up a tremendous amount of room. If you wanted more storage, you could easily put cabinets underneath either side of the chair here. You could extend the shelves to the right a little bit more. So tons of room. It looks like a really big desk. And this I just wanted to show because there is not private outdoor space with this unit, but the building, which again is not very big, there's only the 18 units, has a pretty large outdoor space. And there are views of, a lot of the things that you come to expect views of down in Capitol Hill. So you can see the Capitol, and you can see various other well-known buildings from there. So it does have outdoor space that you can use. So I wanted to make sure people knew that. In addition to that, there was other stuff about the building that I wrote down that I wanted to remember. Oh, it's pet friendly. And there was community grills up on the rooftop, which aren't pictured here. And there's on-site storage also. And they're going to have an open house on Sunday from 2 to 4.
Oops. That's what I was going to ask, if they were going to have an open house.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That one is just extremely cute. When I first saw it, I went through it really quickly. But then when I went back through it, I was like, oh, okay. I see why Alison likes, it caught me. It's just that I didn't make it all the way through. And then as I went back and went through, I was like, wow, this is really unique.
I think it doesn't catch your eye because it starts in that living room, dining room, which is a very kind of neutral palette. And so there's nothing really crazy catching you. But the thing is, you can't have the tile and the blue cabinets and the green bathroom and have craziness going on in the living. Well, I mean, if you're a maximalist, you can, but most people, that's usually someone's specific taste. So especially for a listing, you've got to have some areas that maybe are a little bit more toned down. So, and the thing is, those are the leading photos with the listing, which is why it took me a time to kind of register through that one as well. But yeah, great listing.
Nice. All right. Well, we are going to go to our second listing, and this is so interesting. We'll just share this. So we had found another listing that we was going to share. It's really funky listing. And so because it was so unique, I said, let me go see this. And so I went to see it yesterday, and it's too funky. So sometimes, pictures are, sometimes the listing doesn't look like the picture. So it's always nice if you think you might like something to go see it. And when I saw it, I just decided, nope. So we found another one that we really liked. And so that's the one that we're going to be sharing. So let's put up the correct address for this one.
Yep. So while you put it up, I'll start reading. So the address is 7629 Holmes Run Drive, and it's in Falls Church in Holmes Run Acres. And it's, sorry, I have a puppy here who's climbing on the furniture right now. So if I have to snap all this, you guys know why. It's a $750,000 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,142 square foot home. It is listed by Frances. I think she calls herself Franny Bissett at Keller Williams, who's had a number of listings in Holmes Run Acres before. When I messaged her about putting this one on the show, I saw previous messages I'd written to her about other listings she's had. So anyway, Karen, do you have it up? There you go.
I do. And I just realized that we had the wrong address. So I just went and corrected that. So nice. We are up and running. So I heard you say that it has 3 bedrooms. And guys, did you also mention that it's 1 level? So this home there's not 2 levels, it's 1 level, and it's in, and tell me if I'm telling everything that you just said, but it's in the, it's a mid-century modern community that's located in Falls Church. Did you just talk about that?
No, I did not. Nope.
Okay, so this community has a couple of different builders. There's actually 3 different builders that have built homes. So the first homes were built it's a Luria model. And so that company built over 100 homes in this particular community. Then we have another company that built another segment of homes. And then recently, the last group was another developer or builder. So there's 3 different builders in this one mid-century modern community that's located, and it's called Holmes Run Acres. And one reason why I really like it, I'm just getting so talkative, is because I also live in a mid-century modern community in Bethesda called Colorado Springs. So this kind of reminds me of that. There's a lot of greenery and trees, and that I'm repeating myself, but so these homes are kind of built with the whole thing of bringing the nature inside. They have tons of windows, they have the vaulted ceilings. So they're just your typical really nice mid-century modern homes. So let's pull it up. This is 7629 Holmes Run. And one thing that you'll notice is, like we just said, all the greenery, all the nature. This yard has one of the beautiful gardens. This community actually has a tour that was rescheduled to next weekend, where you can come in and you can see all of the homes, and you can tour the gardens, which is really nice because we used to do that in our neighborhood as well.
Yeah, anecdotally, I have multiple friends who have purchased and live in this neighborhood right now. So it's interesting, there are some neighborhoods where they have restrictions on what you can do. This one doesn't. So some of them have really, truly kept to the originals, and some have changed a bit. But it is a really interesting, fun neighborhood to kind of walk around and experience the homes in.
Now, one thing though, I was going to say, even though they don't have restrictions, there is this 35 to 40 page book that they, request that you read, or highly suggest that you read before you get ready to remodel. So when we walk in, this is your typical, you have your, your wood beam ceiling, you have beautiful hardwood floors. So Alison.
So the cathedral ceilings here are kind of a hallmark of what you'd expect in a lot of the mid-century homes. Certainly you do see them a lot in the Holmes Run Acres community. And then all of these windows of varying sizes are clearly overlooking the beautiful landscape gardens. I don't think you wrote a scrolling list of all the flowers on this episode, Karen.
No, I didn't.
Last time. Lots of
No,
beautiful,
no,
lots of
but
beautiful flowering bushes and trees and
right.
whatnot.
Right.
Mhm.
And the listing agent did say that there are consistent blooms throughout. So kind of like the same idea. So here's just another angle of that living dining room open space. And you
Mhm.
have this beautiful fireplace. Now, this particular unit was built in 1952 and it has been expanded.
Yep. And as we'll see when we start to look, also the kitchen has been renovated at one point, but we'll get to that. So this is actually one of my favorite shots of all because we went through and told you the square footage of this. It's 1142. It's not a big house. So the fact that you have this nook here for the small dining space is, for me, kind of clutch. Don't think I would necessarily need a huge dining room if I had a house, but I certainly want a place where people can gather and sit. That's not necessarily my kitchen island. So I appreciated that that was there.
Nice. And this is a picture of the cabinets. The kitchen has been renovated. You have beautiful updated granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. There's gas cooking, dual fuel stove. So the kitchen, I think they did a really good job, especially with the space. And you can see how the refrigerator is in that little nook area. So I just think that it's a great use of space. And you also have the skylight. If you look really closely, that's really nice to bring in extra light in the kitchen. Now, this next shot is just a shot looking out. So you have on our right, we're looking towards the kitchen, and then we're looking towards our living dining room space. So it kind of just shows you the vaulted ceilings, and you just get an idea of how great that space is. And you can also,
I think I think it perhaps had been a galley kitchen, and so they opened it up and added that island. That's kind of clutch right there, opening up that island, or opening up that space and putting the island there. And like I was saying, like you can sit at that island if you want to, like have your breakfast there or something, or somebody's cooking and somebody else wants to sit there and chat with them while they're making a meal. And so those certainly were not original to have islands like that, but that was a good placement. And then you can see on the other side how they made it into the storage, which I also think is great use of space.
Yeah, no, this is really beautiful, and it's very well done. The lights are very complimentary. If you can see the track lights that are right up top, so they did a really good job with those. So we're going to head into the bedrooms, and you can see you have the beam ceilings as well, the wood ceilings, as well as we go into, this is the primary bedroom, and we have another angle that I'll pull up. Alison, as I pull it up, if you want to take
the vaulted ceilings, continue throughout, obviously. So this is a pretty good size room too. I mean, I'm going to keep going back to the size of it. I mean, it's not a huge house, right? So it's just efficiently laid out so that there's the space where you need it, really is what it comes down to,
And this is an addition right here that she pointed out. So this, and one of the things that she pointed out was that you can't tell that this is newly added to, because it blends so well and it's newly added to the home. So it's a great addition. Now, I didn't show any pictures of the bathrooms. They were just, we didn't have the funky, nice, big, tub. They're just normal, updated, bathrooms. But I did throw in pictures of the bedrooms just so you can see how much light, you can see how open they are. Really bright, light-filled bedrooms.
Yeah, and you do have 3 bedrooms here, which is great. And seemingly lots of closet space with the photos that.
And I put this one in, Alison, just for you, because I know Alison loves to point out when homes have maximized the storage space and how you have the cabinets up top as well. So that one's definitely for you.
Sure do.
Now, here's the selling part. You have a beautiful, beautiful yard, a nice, beautiful patio in this green oasis.
Yeah, it's a really big outdoor area. So, I mean, it's truly, when you have this much lush green space, I feel like in all the houses we pick out that are mid-century modern, all of them have to have and do have an amazing outdoor space to enjoy, what this home has to offer, and from the yard and the lot itself.
And I feel like because mid-century homes are all about bringing the outdoors in, you cannot not have, you have to have the yard and the greens, you need that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
This is just a lovely bridge that's in the yard. And here's another, just other angles of the yard. And it's an easy yard that I was told to take care of. And you constantly, like we said earlier, just have different blooms kind of coming up. So I have 2 more pictures, and they're all of the yard. So actually, this is the last one of the yard.
Yeah,
So
really, really cool. Really nice.
yeah.
Lovely.
So there is an open house this weekend, and open is on May 14th and May 15th, and it's from 2 to 4.
Yep. And just if anybody is interested with all hot modern mid-century modern houses, there is a due date for offers, and that's Monday at 5 p.m. So waiting till the Sunday open house to fall in love might not be the best move there. So you'd want to try to see it as soon as you can.
Right. And this is Frances Bisett. She's with Keller.
Yep. I said that in the beginning, but no worries.
Okay. She's with Keller Williams. So guys, that's our short and sweet show for the week. These were our 2 picks, and it seems that, more listings are coming on the market. So this is really nice because we have more to look through and try to go see and figure out, which ones we think are kind of unique and different and special to bring to you. So,
Yep. All right, guys.
All right.
Well, I think that's it for us. So, Karen.
All right. I'm Karen Ringo.
And I'm Alison Scimeca.
And we will see you soon.